Hi, friend. I used to think I was asking too much honesty, too much effort, too much growth. I started to wonder if maybe I just expected things that real people couldn't give until I realized I wasn't asking for too much. I was asking the wrong people. And that was the wild part. I didn't even see it right away. Because when you're on a healing journey, you want to bring people with you. You hear something that changes your perspective, and your first instinct is to send it to your best friend, your cousin, or the group chat. This is what we've been saying. And sometimes they say they feel it too. They say they're growing too. But from the outside, it's the same job, the same man, the same drama, the same wounds, dressed in different clothes. And you start to notice they're not really moving, they're just circling. And then there's me, 10 days into a discipline challenge, waking up earlier, organizing my space, meditating, moving my body, making content, living life, not letting life run me, showing up for myself in quiet ways and loud ways, saying yes to my future, even when the present feels unfamiliar. And I'm starting to feel different, not better than anyone else, just more in alignment, more whole, more aware. And suddenly, their cycles don't make sense anymore. Their choices feel like echoes. And I'm not sure if they're stuck or if I'm just outgrowing what they're willing to tolerate. Here's the thing, the human brain is wired for connection. We're tribal by nature. We want to belong, even if that means shrinking a little. Even if that means quieting the part of us that's ready to evolve. Because being left out used to mean danger. Back in the day, exile wasn't just emotional, it was life or death. So now, in the present, your brain sometimes confuses growth with abandonment. If I change too much, I won't fit in anymore. If I say I want more, they'll think I'm judging them. If I keep growing, will there be anyone left who gets me? That fear is real, but it's not the full story. Because here's the truth, you don't find your people by staying where you're no longer growing. You find your people by becoming yourself out loud. I made a video talking about what I was moving through, not trying to go viral, just being honest. And someone said, I feel that exact way. And something clicked. I didn't have to keep explaining myself to people who weren't listening, or hoping the same old folks would finally see me. Someone new saw me because I was being myself, clearly and consistently. That moment wasn't just about the comment, it was about the confirmation that I wasn't asking too much, that I didn't have to keep lowering my volume just to feel less alone. If this lands with you, here are three things I want you to reflect on. Ask yourself, who do I have to become to stay connected to this person? If the answer is someone less honest, less expressive, less ambitious, it might not be your people. Real connections won't require your silence as a sacrifice. Next, practice showing up fully before the right people arrive. Post the thing, say the thought, set the boundary. The people meant for this version of you can't find you if you're still performing the last version of yourself. Lastly, remind yourself they're not wrong for staying. I'm just ready to go. You can love people without waiting for them to grow. You can root for them from a distance that protects your peace. If you're in that awkward in between, not quite where you were, not quite where you want to be, just know it's okay to outgrow dynamics that used to feel like home. It doesn't mean you're better, it just means you're becoming. And as you shift, guilt might show up, not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're doing something new. So, in the next episode, we'll be talking about exactly that. Guilt isn't guidance, and how to tell the difference between your inner compass and your old programming. You deserve peace that doesn't ask you to apologize for growing. So let's keep going. Bye, friends.